Well, a lot happens during back to school time. New backpacks, new school supplies, and maybe even a new school. When students move up to the next grade level, it can be exciting, but also a bit scary. In Marshall County, they've developed a way to make sure that the transition to something new doesn't make students nervous, but rather excited for what's to come.
They're used to being the biggest kids in the school, so now there's all these new big kids.
There's a lot of unknowns when going to a new school. Will I have a nice teacher? Will I make friends? Will I like it? At Moundsville Middle School, they know the transition can be tough, so they start before students even leave elementary school with a preview day.
They take a tour of the building, we talk about all the clubs we provide, all the sports that we offer. We tell the students that we'd like them to get involved. That's a way to have a good experience.
Getting kids excited about being involved is key to the transition.
They have a club for almost anything, just so people can get along with others and do what they like to do.
Finding a club to join is a way students can also find where they feel at home at Moundsville Middle. And there's lots of people who help them settle in, like teachers and the Communities in Schools liaison, who gets to know each and every student and what they may need to succeed.
Just so I can always greet them with a friendly face and be able to call them by their name, because it just makes things so much more personable. And they're also really excited to talk to me about all of the barriers that they're facing if I know who they are and we already have a rapport and relationships.
Principal Finley says it's not just the students who need to make the transition to a new school. Parents should be involved and up to date on school activities too.
We do try to have a social media presence with all the information available there. A lot of the Remind apps that the parents followed at the elementary school, they need to get on new Remind apps here at the middle school.
Students who have already been at Moundsville Middle remember that transition to the bigger school.
The biggest advice, don't be afraid to ask for help. If you can't find your way around the school, don't be afraid to go ask a teacher.
They've found their place in the classroom and know the new group of middle schoolers will too.
To see that they want to come to school, they want to participate is really great, because I think the transition sometimes feels a lot bigger than we as adults can understand.
It's not just the Communities in Schools program helping these students move from elementary school. At Moundsville Middle, they also have an expanded schools mental health coordinator to provide support, and a school resource officer and a nurse are there daily to keep the students safe.